the Karmic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video, and this time we have got to take a look at Katt Williams' interview. If you've been living under a rock, go Google it or YouTube it. Shay Shay is the creator, the YouTube channel. Katt Williams just went and exposed everybody. He just went in. So this video is so alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. No facts here, okay? Just floating hands on the internet with opinions. That is it. Don't sue me. Don't come for me. But anyways, if you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like. It really does support my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. Hey, my besties. Hey, regulars. I hope y'all are doing well. We are going to look at, because obviously I already did the video, we are going to take a look at why Katt Williams went and did that interview. I took a look at the Kevin Hart thing that was brought up, that he might be a plant, allegedly. I also looked into Steve Harvey a little bit, and then I just kind of did a beautiful wraparound bow. Also checked into the P Diddy thing that he mentioned as well. But as always, it's alleged and for entertainment purposes only. If you enjoy these videos, please give it a like. If you'd like, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all the links are down below. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a great and free way to support my channel. But without further ado, let's look at why Katt Williams is exposing the industry. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So first we're going to take a look at why did Katt Williams decide to go on the interview and just out everybody and expose supposed illumination? You know what I'm saying? And he also mentioned P Diddy. So, all legend for entertainment purposes only. Let's find out why he went on there, what is going on in terms of his agenda. Is he trying to bring the truth out, or is this a stunt? All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, now I did not watch the full interview because I'm going to be real with you. I have the attention span of a Gemini moon, which is what I am. So, did he... Because I almost feel like he's been silenced in the past. He wasn't allowed to speak on it. I feel like he's had, I'm hearing qualms. I feel like he's had qualms with many people in the industry. So I do believe there's truth to what he is saying. I just see people, I feel like he's turned down things. He said that in the interview. I might repeat some stuff from the interview because I didn't watch the whole thing. I think I caught the first hour and then I watched some clips. But he's definitely a scapegoat. I'm hearing scapegoat. Has his name been tarnished in the past? Have they been calling him out in the past? Like, oh, you're crazy, oh, you're this, oh, you're that? Because I almost see it like, I'm going to tell the truth now. I don't give a F. Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm already getting. But let's find out, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, why did he go on to this interview? What was the real point? Okay, so he definitely feels like he's a victim to the system, for sure, allegedly. He feels like the power structures at play, just like he said. Okay, so this is adding up to what he's saying. The power structures at play are evil. They're no good. And he knows that change is bound to come, and he wants to create it. And even though he's afraid of, I feel like he used to more so be afraid of what could happen to him. I think now it's just like expose, expose, expose. I think that there has been a lot of disgusting-ish that he has seen. Does he have any Aquarius placements? Because I'm being drawn Aquarius for some reason. But I feel like there's some, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Out of the Box, which is like a kid's show. I feel like he has actually said no to, because I'm almost seeing like, it's more of a metaphor, but I'm seeing like trying to be offered drugs and him saying no, but it's more the vibe of like what they can offer in the industry. Because like, yeah, I see like a halo over his head, again, metaphor. And now I'm being drawn on my clear quartz. He is very one with God when he says that he is God or part of God's crew or whatever he said on there. I don't remember. Channel, no brain. He meant it. He meant it. He does not fuck around with that type of stuff. He does not, he doesn't fuck with evil. Like, I don't know how else to explain that. He's definitely worried about the repercussions of this, but it just keeps seeing it as like, I need to get this out. I need to get this out. I don't care about what's going to happen. I don't care. As long as, you know, everybody sees what I'm saying, then they can't get me. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to how he's like, they can't make me die. I don't do drugs. I don't do that stuff, so they can't erase me, is what I'm seeing. It's like, he knows he took a chance by trying to out people, but it's just, I just keep hearing like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of what goes down in the industry. I feel like P Diddy was the straw that broke his back. It's like, things are going to start coming out anyway. I'm seeing Jeff's list, so it's like, why not finally tell my truth now? I feel like this was him being like, I can take my power back. I can tell what I've seen, what I know. This system is corrupt. It needs to change, and so I'm going to be the change that I wish to see. That's literally the vibe of this. But that being said, I'm being drawn to Isaac Kappy. And if you guys didn't hear that story, allegedly, he was trying to out the same type of stuff. And then he said he would never commit suicide, you know. And then he allegedly jumps off a bridge or some stuff like that. So I definitely feel like Katt's worried. But I feel like that was his like proclamation. It's like, I'm going to tell my entire story. And because I'm hitting so much of the bigwigs is what I'm hearing, I am kind of in trouble. But because it's so out there already, they're only going to do damage control. They're not going to come after me. I take care of myself. I am true to what I speak on. I don't feel like this guy has ever, I agree with him when he says that he has not sold his soul like he said other people do. This man is very much a God's man. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song God's Plan by Drake. He cares about his faith very much. It matters to him. He has a great energy, to be honest with you. He feels like a truther. He really does. He feels like a truther. Yeah, he just wants to tell his story. He's like, now that everything is starting to come out, the system's falling apart, more people, it's, what I'm seeing is like, you know how like an avalanche, it starts with like a couple of things coming and then all of a sudden it all comes out. He's like, now that all of it's starting to come out already, how are they going to get me? There's too many other people to focus on. So he's wanting to bring up his parts of the story to help because he knows that the system is flawed. He knows that there's bullshit that's going on behind the scenes. He knows that there are groups that get together and do some F shit. Like, he knows that all of that's going on, but when he's brought it up in the past, he was painted as crazy. I believe he said that in the interview. I agree with him. And so he kind of like kept his mouth shut because there was really not much else he could do. Like, he would talk on it from time to time, but it's like, now's the time because it's the time of awakening. I mean, he literally says in the video, like, 2024 is a time of truth. And he is fully hell-bent on doing that. So that being said, I definitely don't feel like this is a stunt to, like, I don't know, gain a new following. I did hear that he's now going on tour. So, I mean, I still don't see that as the reason for the interview. I'm not seeing any pentacles here in the first 6 cards. This is definitely more about, I was a victim. I want to tell my story. People need to know what goes on behind the scenes. It's not healthy here. It's messed up. I'm seeing like mob and mafia. And I've gotten that before when I looked at the music industry, especially in the rap game. There's like, because I'm being drawn to like Murder Inc. And it's like, why is the name Murder in Murder Inc.? You know what I mean? Like, it's very much, he's ready to tell his story. He's ready to come clean. Again, it's Age of Aquarius. It's telling my truth. It's the ball's already rolling, so I might as well tell mine as well. I do believe he's telling the truth. There was things going on in the past that he was like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. And so that's why it's like he's got this anger that you can see in the interview. It's because he's had to keep a lot of it, you know, just like, all right, this is the shit that goes on. This is disgusting, but there's nothing I can do about it. Whereas now it's like, all right, things are finally coming to play. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if anybody knows David Icke, but you should Google him. He's wonderful. He's like banned on a lot of things. Though he might have flipped sides. I'm not really sure. I'd have to do a reading on him if you want me to. Let me know in the comments. But he's been trying to tell a lot of this stuff for decades. And I'm being drawn to how like he was on an interview in like the UK or something, and they made fun of him for the things that he was saying. And then now it's like, told you so. You know what I mean? That's the energy of Katt Williams. It's, I told you so. Just because I was ahead of the curve doesn't mean I wasn't telling the truth. That's the vibe of Katt Williams right now. The industry's messed up. They refuse to change. They make you a victim in the industry. You have to follow what they rule. You got to sit with us. You got to follow what we do. And he was not about that life. And he's been wanting to out them for a while. I feel like he's also, I'm hearing death threats. I feel like he's gotten threats, but it's not stopping him. He's not, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, Nothing Could Stop Me, I'm on my way up. I feel like he's just ready to go in and tell people what he knows. And honestly, I feel like the dirt is true. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes. Oh, here comes money. Yeah, again, putting down my guard. This is more environment than it is actual home. And then this is exactly what he said, money that I turned down. He has turned down money because he did not want to change who he was. He did not want to be somebody he wasn't. This man is honestly giving Russell Brand vibes. It's like, I'm here for the cause, and I kind of love it. He doesn't like what goes on in the industry. He knows it's like you can make a quick buck, but you have to sell your soul. Whether or not that's literal or it's metaphorical, I'll let y'all run with it. I'm not going to go there. I don't feel like getting sued. This is all alleged and for fun. No facts here, y'all. But that being said, again, with the Ace of Pentacles straight up in the reverse, he has definitely turned down offers of things. I'm also being drawn to, like, strength comes with vulnerability, but it also comes with, like, intimidation, feeling like I'm not safe, feeling like I'm, how do I word this, spirit? Oh my God. As I said that, and he mentioned P Diddy, I was drawn to my crystal. You know what this is. I feel like he was telling the truth, y'all. Yeah, I'm seeing Maury where the results come in. It's like, you're telling the truth. There have been times where he was propositioned to do things that he was absolutely like, fuck no. Like, I don't know that he's necessarily, I wouldn't say that he's like homophobic, but it's like, I don't do that fuck shit. You know what I mean? I might get in trouble for all the swearing. I'm going to try to tone it down. But I feel like I'm channeling Katt Williams and he swears a lot. So it's like, he's just ready to tell. I think he's been pissed for a while. I think there have been things that, again, I didn't watch the full interview. So if I'm repeating stuff he's saying, then I'm simply repeating it with truth, allegedly. I feel like there have been opportunities that he's had to turn down because it came with strings attached to it, strings that are disgusting. I keep seeing him having to choose his morals and his ethics over finances. And it's like, you know what? I got enough. I'm good. I'm not going to mess up my integrity for the sake of a buck. Like, this is kind of shocking, honestly, because he is a Virgo from what I looked up. Or maybe he just analyzed it and he was like, fuck this, I'm going to build on my own. I can't stop swearing it. Oh, God, being in Katt Williams energy, this is going to get me demonetized. But that being said, he honestly, yeah, he's just ready to tell his story about what has happened and what he's seen. It's the energy of, like, the victim that can finally tell their story. He has definitely turned down a lot of opportunities in the industry because there was strings attached where it was like the strength card is just giving me like, you have to expose yourself. You have to be vulnerable to what we want to do. And it's like grooming is the vibe that I'm getting in this. It's like, you do get groomed in the industry. You want to go higher? You want to make more money? You might actually have to suck a few. I don't think he's lying. I hate to say it, but I don't feel that he's lying, in my opinion. I don't feel that at all. Yeah, again, it was a timing thing. It's like, I'm going to tell when it's time. Self-sabotage. Where's this coming from? Okay, so I feel like he feels like the system has made him give up things that he didn't want to give up. Maybe there was like roles that he wanted to do, but again, strings were attached, or like I don't know where the whole him being approached by P Diddy comes in, considering they're in completely different industries. But again, I feel like there was a lot of manipulation going on, and he kind of feels like he could have gone that route, but again, it would have been a disrespect to myself, if that makes sense. A disrespect to what I believe in, a disrespect to my purity, I guess. It's the only way I know how to explain this. He comes off as someone who really cares about the truth. Yeah, I'm hearing the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. But I also do feel like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like someone at one point was threatened. That a woman, a female that was around him, maybe a wife, maybe a mother, I feel at some point, or maybe it's recently happened, I'm not sure, but I'm just getting this energy with these three cards that like someone at one point threatened someone he loved that was a woman. It was either a mother, a wife, maybe an ex-wife, just some sort of figure that he really cared about. So I feel like there's this resentment towards the industry itself. It's like, you're not safe. You want us to be a certain way. If we don't end up that certain way, we get blacklisted. We get the scraps. We get last minute priority and things because I won't do what you say. I won't bow down. Yeah, I'm hearing the song I Will Not Bow. Y'all, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, this feels like the truth. Yeah, there's a woman here. What is this about? What is this about, Spirit? Could there have been like a breakup or something? I don't know Katt Williams' story, his history, but this almost feels like there was also a woman that, I'm hearing handler. Could they have planted a woman in his life to try and make him like be manipulated? Because what I'm being drawn to is like, the Queen of Cups is someone who's really intuitive and really emotionally evolved, but she's in the reverse. So this gives me like detached and emotionally manipulative. With Judgment, it's giving me a mixture of like the fans, stardom, a celebrity. It's giving me that type of vibe, but it's also giving me like spirituality and trusting my religious beliefs above all else. And it's like, I said no. This could also be P Diddy, to be honest with you. It could be. Because emotionally manipulative, and he's a Scorpio, so it could be. But again, it's like I'm turning my back to this shit. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to allow this in my life. It's not happening. You're not going to control me. You're not. I'm getting a visual of like Britney Spears when she decided to come out and be like, I'm not going to be controlled anymore. It's the same type of energy as Britney Spears, ironically. I feel like he's been threatened. I feel like people have tried to turn him, and he's said no throughout the whole thing. I feel like this is a stand-up dude. I'm not immature to your bullshit. He is a religious man. He does mean that. He really does mean that. But again, money, immaturity, but that's reversed. But this is immature. So again, yeah, okay. So I feel like people have come under the guise of like, oh, we can do this for you. We can help your career. But the money itself was toxic because it's connected to unhealthy things. And he was not naive to what it would come with. Like I'm seeing Pinocchio in my mind's eye. And it's like, I'm not going to be your puppet. I'm not going to be another person that, so maybe the plant thing is actually kind of with Kevin Hart might be, allegedly. But I just feel like he was more mature to this. He was not willing to sell himself. I feel like I'm repeating his interview. Yeah, disconnecting from the system. Absolutely not. I'm going to make the right choices. I'm going to be content with myself. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to honor God, honor Jesus, I guess. I don't know. That's what's coming to my mind. And I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm hearing cabal. I'm not going to be a part of this. You're not going to get me into this burden. I don't care what it takes. I make the money that I need. I do what I got to do. I don't have to be a part of this. I feel like he was ready to tell his story. Yeah, I want to disconnect from this. I'm tired of the things that are hidden. I do feel like... no, let me pull more cards first. Family. Yeah, it's not, he's like, it's not worth it. I don't care. I know what's going on. I know I can't talk about it, which would have been back in the day. I know I can't talk about it, but I'm here for my family and I'm here for my joy and I'm here for slow, consistent growth. I don't need to make a quick buck and sell my soul. It's not going to happen. I came here because this is what I enjoy. This is what I love. This is what I'm passionate about. And you're not going to take me out of my energy in the name of stardom. That's not why I came here. I came here for laughs. I came here because this is what I enjoy. I honestly think he's being upfront. So why he went on that interview was to tell his story, honestly. Anything else? Okay, there he is. There's something to do with a woman, and I don't know who this woman is, but it just keeps coming up. I feel like he's had women in his family threatened, but I also feel like women have been thrown at him as like an option because other tactics didn't work. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what his relationship status is, but again, I feel like women have been something that they've used as a tactic to make him lower his inhibitions. But again, with that Seven of Wands, it's just like, I don't care if I'm the underdog. You're not going to change me. You are not going to break me. I'm a man of God. Like, that's what I just keep hearing. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God. He was not lying. Yeah, it's like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to put this out. I'm going to get reckless. I'm pissed. I'm going to expose what's been going on. Six of Swords, internet, and moving forward, Knight of Wands. I'm going to be passionate about this. I'm going to tell my truth. I'm going to tell my story. The devil, quite literally, when it comes to the industry, I want y'all to know what goes down. He was telling the truth, allegedly. Yeah, abuse of power. I'm going to fight. I had to keep quiet for a while. Now I don't have to keep quiet anymore. That's what this is. Yeah, that's what that's about. I'm releasing my anxiety. Maybe I'm out of my comfort zone, but I don't like how these effers work, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's like, I'm not willing to let my fears hold me back. Now's the time. You guys are manipulative. You guys are bullies. I also think that this is Diddy, out of my comfort zone again. And it's like, how dare you? How dare you do what you did? How dare you think you can mess with me? How dare you think that you're in control? I feel like Katt felt like a victim for the longest. Yeah, grief, Ace of Swords. I'm coming out. I'm hearing Cleaning Out My Closet by Eminem. And then ego and pride. I'm going to win at all costs. You guys are going to be exposed for what you are. This is what it is. From my personal beliefs, yeah, dose of realism. This feels like Diddy. I'm not stuck, because you're not going to do to me what you did to everybody else. And then notice how there's like the halo around his head. That man, I know that he's a man of God because I keep hearing it, but I wonder if he can channel or if he's psychic to some degree, because he's very intuitive. He knows, and it's just, he's not willing to go that route. So, yeah, allegedly, I feel like I feel, in my personal opinion, that he was telling the truth. That man was telling the truth, y'all. But I want to take a look at, let's see if Kevin Hart is a plant. Why did he say that? Is that true? Let's take a look. All right, so let's take a look at if Kevin Hart is a plant. Now, I'm going to be honest. I pre-shuffle, and then I show you one more shuffle so that you guys can't say that I picked the cards. But as I was shuffling, my deck is having a real hard time, and then I heard he is. So we'll take a look at the cards, though, allegedly. Huh. Okay, I did see that Katt Williams is going on tour with Kevin Hart's ex-wife. So I do think there's some sort of... Hold on, because there's something to do with that as well. Hidden. Allegedly, I do feel like someone offered Kevin something that was bad money, but he took it anyway. So, again, this goes back to the exposing thing. I do feel like, I feel allegedly, because there's so much, P Diddy, that came out, that's alleged too, but, it came out. You got everybody getting, there's a lot of men assaulting men allegedly going on in the industry, from what everybody's been saying lately. Not per me, it's per what everybody's been saying lately. P Diddy, R Kelly, we're kind of seeing it, right? But I do feel like there are some people that won't do that because, either they're straight and they won't, and they have high morals, or, maybe they're homophobic and they won't do it. But I feel like Kevin, and I kind of saw this with Katt too, I feel like if you won't fall down the line of like just straight up sucking P Diddy, like, for lack of better words, there are women that they use to help you disconnect from yourself as well. So I do feel that like some sort of woman approached Yeah, because I'm hearing, I got an offer you can't refuse. Like, that's what I'm hearing. So I feel like a woman offered Kevin money to help create his stardom. I don't know where this plays in. I don't know if the woman is an earth sign, but it just feels like crooked money because it's in the reverse. And I feel like it's a woman. I don't know that she's an earth sign. It just feels like I get crooked money from this. And I get disconnect from oneself with the Two of Cups. So I feel like it was a shitty offer and it's dirty money. And he disconnected from his own moral beliefs because he wanted that money. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I don't need the D, I need the money, which not literal with the D part, but it's like not caring about anything other than money. With the moon, that's what's hidden. The Page of Pentacles is like projects. Again, with it in the reverse, I hear dirty money. So I feel like Kevin was approached, allegedly, with an offer he couldn't refuse, because I'm hearing De Niro in my head. And instead of being like, this is messed up, I'm not going to take that, he was like, screw it, I want to make my money. So is Kevin Hart a plant? You be the judge of what I just said. But let's pull cards. Yeah. Sadness. Manipulation. Here's Katt. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Allegedly. I just heard menage a trois when I put down the Three of Wands. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to get canceled. That's fine. Whatever. If y'all haven't gotten used to me by now, I don't know why you're here. I feel like Kevin might have at one point, or it was presumed, because what I'm seeing is like a VIP part of like a club. And I'm seeing like a lot of famous people are there. I'm not really seeing the faces because that's not the point. I'm seeing Kevin. And I feel like at one point, either Kevin put a move on Katt, or there was some like, hey, like we could do this together, but there was some sort of sexual undertone. So I feel like that's why Katt has beef with Kevin. It's not just the plant that he allegedly might be. I feel like he quickly came on to him, so maybe Kevin swings both ways. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know. This is just opinions here. There are no facts, right? Cool. But it's like, yeah, because I'm seeing the Three of Cups in the reverse is like a celebration gone wrong. I'm seeing a club. I'm seeing like drinking, smoking, partying. I'm seeing Katt like just living his best life. And I feel like Kevin tried to do something. So either Kevin tried to bring him into a threesome, but it was like inappropriate, or tried to get him to do something inappropriate. Something about menage a trois, inappropriate. And this is giving me master manipulator. I almost feel like Kevin... I don't want to like... Listen, I'm part of the umbrella, so I'm not here to judge. That being said, is it possible Kevin goes both ways? Because I feel like there's just something here where like maybe Kevin came on to Katt or just offered him something sexual where he was like, absolutely fucking not. Like that's the vibe. It's like, you're not going to manipulate me. Like notice how, because Katt's a Virgo. And it's like, no, I'm turning my head. I'm making my own money. You're not going to involve me in your... I'm trying so hard not to swear, but being in Katt's energy, it's like, that's all I want to do. But yeah, there are some crooked, like... Okay, T. Allegedly, I'm going to have to keep saying that because this is a very... Yeah, I'm hearing Will Smith, Daddy, this is a very sensitive subject. Just the two of us. I'm aging myself. Anyway, I feel like there are some parties that go on behind closed doors because I'm hearing swingers. And there have been rumors about this. So are we shocked? I feel like people in the industry, I feel like there are parties that they have that are parties where yeah, Spirit's showing me, yeah, I'm on to something. Have you ever seen those movies where it's supposed to be like you switch partners and they all throw their watches in a bowl, and then whichever watch you pick is who you get to sleep with? That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So I feel like there are parties behind the scenes that people do some F shit, but not everybody's involved. Honestly, a lot of them are. What I'm seeing is like the bigger the money, the more likely they are. And I've said that in the Jeff's List video, so you go ahead and check that out. But that's kind of, I'm seeing the same thing here where it's like people manipulate. They try to get you under the guise of sex, yeah, because I'm hearing like sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's the same type of vibe. But again, Katt Williams is not like that. He does not, his He's got a very strong sense of self. Does he have Aquarius placements? Because it's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that shit in the name of like being one of you. I don't want to be one of you. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Yeah, I can't stop swearing. I can't stop. Katt Williams, get your swearing out. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's over it either. Katt has got an axe to grind is what I'm hearing. He is not over what has happened. He's not over the fact that so much F-ish has gone down and he wasn't able to say anything. And again, I'm being drawn to Diddy with this card. I don't know why he sometimes comes out as a queen, but I feel it. Probably because he is very flexible with his sexuality, allegedly. But I feel like, again, out of my comfort zone with Seven of Pentacles, it's like you guys put me in impossible situations that goes against my moral code. And just because you guys don't have a moral code doesn't mean I do. It doesn't mean I don't. And so this, again, is just like, I want to tell my story. I want you guys to know what I've been through. Everybody else is telling their story. It's my turn now. Yeah, this is what happens in private. You got people that are in control. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Oh, I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know if I want to say that. How do I? Oh, I don't know if I want to say that. All right, let me turn it into a metaphor so that I don't say it, but I say it. Hold on. Let me think of how to word this. All right, we're going to give an example of a hypothetical that has nothing to do with this. Say that you're in a new relationship with a guy. If you're different, just flip it to make it work for you, okay? Say you're in a new relationship with a dude and he's manipulative. He's a narcissist. He's just plain evil, okay? And he tries to love bomb you, right? Says all the right things, offers you all these promises of new endeavors, of fortune, of happiness and joy, and yada, 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 right? And you're not interested in that because you want healthy, right? You want healthy. You don't want chaos. You don't want abuse. You don't want conflict. You don't want that. You want healthy, right? And so they come out as like this boyfriend of yours. He seems like he's got his shit together, right? But behind closed doors, when you don't listen and all else fails, you're going to get death threats from that guy because you're not following what he says. So I'm the boyfriend, okay? And you won't do what I want you to do. I'm trying everything I could throw at you. Here, have this. Here, have fame. Here, have money. Here, BS. And you're like, no, I don't want any of that. I can see right through you. And so now I go, oh, word? All right. Well, now I'm going to take your life. Or now I'm going to make you watch your back because I got people. Yeah, I got friends in low places. I just heard that. Oh, my God. I don't want to touch this. And I'm being drawn to my black obsidian, which protects from negative energy. Death threats. I'm going to leave it at that. Death threats. Behind closed doors. What's not in public. Emperor. Boss. And then I'm being drawn to people like Diddy. I feel like... Did Katt get... Everybody does. Yep. Oh my God. John Legend just played in my head. Everybody knows, but nobody really knows. Literally. Literally. Everybody knows, but nobody really knows. So you know what's going on, what they want you to know, but behind the scenes, the moment you sign away it's what he said, selling your soul. It's like the moment you sign it, you're in. But if you fight it, they're going to throw everything that they can until something sticks. And if all else fails, threats aren't out of the realm. I feel like, allegedly, Katt has been threatened. I feel like Kevin just played into this, honestly. I think he wanted the fame. I don't think that he really cared, to be real with you. I feel like, yeah, because I'm hearing, like, gender fluid, but I'm being more drawn to, like, there's a TV show, highly recommend. It's on Netflix. It's called Sense8. But at the very end of it, they have like this giant orgy. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I feel like you have to have no morals to be really high up there. And I think Katt is just pissed because a lot of people went with it. He I believe, does he go to church on every Sunday or something? Because it feels like he very much is a man of his faith. Because I'm being drawn to my favorite show, Jane the Virgin, where it's like God before all else, like Catholicism. It's very much that energy. And with out of my comfort zone, it's like when all else fails. So, you know, when those people disappear and they have pneumonia or a heart attack or they die in a tub or they unalive themselves. Just gonna, you know. But this isn't true at all. This is just a girl pulling cards and I no facts here. Okay? I'm hearing Eminem again, victim of Munchausen syndrome. I feel like these people are just out of my comfort zone, not working together. Yeah, I feel like, again, Kevin was just another person that would try. It's like you get into the system, you become one of them. I'm seeing Pinocchio, so you're one of the puppets, and you still try to, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, thinking of a master plan. They get everybody. So it's like if we mess up your morals, then you can't tell on us. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, it's this messed up group. And honestly, like, if they just came out and they're like, listen, we just like to have sex with each other and do weird shit behind closed doors, like, whatever. But it's the manipulation of, like, if you don't support us, if you don't vibe with us, we don't like that because we are power hungry, is what I'm hearing. Power hungry. So I feel like Kevin was just more open to doing things that Katt was not for work purposes. If you know, you know. I feel like I've said more than enough. Yeah, it's just like, I'm bigger than this. I'm better than this. I feel like I'm talking too much personally. Like, why did I do this reading? But yeah, manipulation again. I feel like at one point, maybe him and Kevin had words. Maybe Kevin was trying again, you know, if you're allegedly a plant, then you're going to also still help the powers that be because you're not really in control, right? And so I feel like maybe Kevin made advances at him or was just like, why can't you, you know, do what we want you to do? I feel like Kevin's very much a yes man because I'm seeing the movie Yes Man in my mind's eye with Jim Carrey. Very good movie. Also, if you guys want me to do a reading on Jim Carrey, please let me know in the comments. I'm probably going to do it regardless, but if you guys are into it, it'll make it happen faster, so let me know. But again, I just feel like people manipulate people in the industry, and if it doesn't work, they do every tactic. Like, I'm being drawn. Remember how I was saying, like, they'll throw everything until it sticks? It's like, you could get money if you do this. You could get stardom. You could have 7 mansions and all the fame and fortune. But if you still say no, you're going to be dealing with us. That's the vibe, y'all. And I feel like Kevin was one of the many people that said yes. Per my opinion, and no facts at all. No facts at all. Yeah, this industry is a burden. It threatens your home. It threatens your well-being. It threatens your mental stability. Katt Williams just was not going to go on with that. It's also possible that Kevin might have just been scared and wanted the fame and was just like, well, screw it. I mean, I'm not dogging on the guy. I've dated short men. I'm not anti-short men. But maybe he was just intimidated. And so it was just like, if you can't beat him, join him type of energy is kind of the vibe. But again, burden. I feel like pride makes people switch up. Because I'm being drawn to Lil Nas that's being under scrutiny right now because he does like, listen, I got my own issues with Catholicism. But that being said, I don't think it's cool to like mock somebody's religion to that extent the way Lil Nas did. I feel like that's very much what they want you to do in the industry. I just keep seeing it where it's like they need you to disconnect from yourself, you know, believing that your body is a temple, believing that you should follow good. And I feel like Catholicism has changed. I feel like the origin of Catholicism, it meant well probably a long time ago, but it's been spun, and that's why I have my own beef with it. But that being said, I feel like when you're in the industry, it's like you got to throw away your morals, your integrity, your beliefs. Katt was not willing to do that. I do believe that, in my personal opinion, Kevin was. Allegedly. Unpleasant memories. Maybe Kevin struggled in his past. I don't really know what his story is, but like maybe he had trouble in his youth. Because you know how like they say that people can sense, like narcissist empath, for instance. Like if you're an empath and you don't have solid boundaries and you don't learn to love yourself so that people can't take advantage of you, then you're a target for people like that. Well, maybe with, I don't know Kevin's back story, but it almost feels like this is not the first time he's been through weird shit like this, so this isn't out of the realm for him. It's almost like they can, because I'm seeing a shark in water, and it's like they can sniff the blood, and then they can find their target because they can smell it. It's kind of that same energy where it's like, I feel like Kevin had been through some stuff in his past childhood, some sort of bad childhood memories. I mean, family in reverse, Six of Cups, it's unpleasant memories from the past involving family. Maybe something happened to him as a child or something like that. Maybe someone emotionally manipulated him in the past with that Ace of Cups in reverse. So it's like, if it's something you already know, you're more likely to just kind of go with it instead of defending yourself, because you're already a victim and you identify as a victim. And so people can sense that. And so they go after it. So that being said, I don't know Kevin Hart's history, but it feels like it's history repeating itself when it comes to Kevin. Yeah, that's not fair. Winning at all costs. Again, I'm just kind of repeating myself at the same time. That's literally the PB card. Justice in the reverse, not fair. Again, I just feel like Kevin... Yeah, leave it at that. And I feel like Katt Williams is just like, enough. This shit needs to come out. Oh my God, look. This is why I like this deck. Secrets coming out. He doesn't want this to go on anymore. It's not fair. I think he sees what it has done to people because he's been in the industry for so long, and he's seen good people turn. He has seen bad people get shit that they didn't deserve. And he's just like, absolutely not. I'm tired of this shit. I believe him when he says he's been trying to tell this stuff for a while, but now that the ball's already rolling, it's like, I'm going to jump on the ball as well because it's already happening. You know what I mean? It's like, how are you going to get me when everybody else is telling too? You know? So it's just like, Age of Aquarius, just like I said on TikTok back 4 years ago, all this shit's coming out. It's coming to light. It can't be stopped. Yeah, it's like success. Success involves you disrespecting yourself. I feel like, was Kevin Hart struggling? Did he say that he was struggling prior to being a comedian? Because I almost feel like he wasn't in the right frame of mind, wasn't in a good place when they found him. They gave him an offer for success, but it came at a cost. It came at a price. And then Ace of Swords, this is giving me the energy of like, I'm giving you an offer, but it's something that people aren't seeing. It's not the full story. You know, so did Kevin Hart actually just climb the ladder? I'm being drawn to that kids game, Chutes and Ladders. I'm probably aging myself, but I'm seeing like Katt Williams and he's climbing the ladder, and I see Kevin Hart shooting up the slide. So, and 111 on my clock when I said that. I feel like Kevin Hart took the bait. Katt Williams is not the type. Back deck. Yeah, it's literally, you have to decide, do you want a legacy or do you want to try and make it on your own? Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, do you think you're better off alone? So I feel like Kevin was in the place, just like many other people, where it was like, you can try and make comedy your own. You could try and be somebody, but right now you're not. And we have an offer you can't refuse, and you will be a legacy. Your name will be known. You'll be a brand name. You'll get movie offers. You'll be in shows and everything. But this requires you to release your morals. Your moral code is gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, in order to move forward, you gotta take on some F shit. So is Kevin Hart I'm gonna say yes, naive going into it. And doesn't he look a little, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, again, I'm in the umbrella, don't even. But that being said, I feel like he was like, screw it. I'll do what I got to do. I don't care. I want the fame. And someone knew that they could manipulate him. I feel like Kevin might have been through some shit in his childhood that made him easy pickings, is what I'm hearing. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Real quick, I'm going to take a look at Steve Harvey because he was another big name. So we'll just look at why he came after Steve Harvey, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so final one, we're going to look at why he dragged Steve Harvey, and then if there's any additional information that needs to be shown, we'll see. All alleged, if y'all haven't caught that yet. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like. It really does support my channel. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And also hit the community post to make your vote count for future readings. Okay, well, I could tell you Steve thinks that Katt is a child. But this has something to do with, like, money conflicts. This doesn't really feel like anything too dark yet. I feel like they've had beef in the past. I feel like, again, this is something about morals here. I feel like a lot of people have made Katt Williams have to decide between money and morals. Because, like, Page of Cups in the reverse is given this energy of, like, again, it's just an offer that's not of substance, and it's manipulative because it's in reverse and it's a cup. So it's emotionally manipulative. It's also childish. So I definitely feel like they've had words. They've had beef for a while, is what I'm hearing. I'm going to pull more. Hold on. Relationships. Pride. I do believe that Katt thinks that Steve is a douche, allegedly. He's too arrogant. He's too prideful. He needs to be toned down a bit. I'm not really understanding where this beef kind of originates from, but I do believe that they have had conflicts in regards to money and relationships with other people. It's kind of reminding me of when I did the reading of the Golden Globes, and I'm like, why is there this divide between celebrities that I don't understand? It's the same type of energy. There's some sort of, I think, honestly, he might be, allegedly, there could be this, like, good guy, bad guy group within the comedian industry. That's what I'm feeling here. It's like, you got Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, the people he was calling out in one group, and then you got Katt Williams, Dave Chappelle, whoever else on the good side, and I'm being drawn on my clear quartz as I'm talking about that. So I feel like there's this battle here between people that'll do things for money and connections that they have, and people that won't. So what else do we need to know about Steve? Is there anything bad about him that we need to know? Yeah, I definitely think that he has done things that he's not necessarily proud of as well. How dark that goes, it doesn't feel anything too bad. I think it's just more like money. You know what I mean? He is a Capricorn, so he's all about building. That makes sense. Although, because they're both earth signs, I said show Steve as a King of Wands. So when that comes out, that's going to be Steve. But again, it's like morals not aligning with what we sign up for. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Yep, opportunities, work opportunities, not fair. Didn't he say that, like, he took a role from him or something like that? I think there's some truth to that, where it's like, this isn't fair. You get things because you follow into their little clique, whereas I have to do slow, consistent growth. I feel like, again, this is just him outing people because he wants it to be known. Your connections with other people. You get your abundance that way. I don't. Yeah, you get your fame and your success from piggybacking off of other people that are doing the wrong thing, and I'm not going to do that. I feel like Katt was telling the truth. I'm going to put the work in. You're not going to... Oh, wait, hold up. Is it possible that Steve might also do some stuff that's... I'm seeing the watches in a bowl again. I knew this reading was going to be a lot of me going, I don't want to do this, but I had to. I had to know. But that being said, work offers, Ace of Wands in reverse, upright it'd be new opportunity, but in the reverse, it's giving me negative opportunity, aka things you have to do in order to get that work opportunity. Three of Swords in the reverse, This is like, for me, this is, I am blocking the pain that comes with what I have to do in order to get the work done. Does that make sense? I feel like, why do I feel like there are people that run the show that are openly, I wouldn't say flamboyant, just, I don't think they care who they sleep with as long as they sleep with somebody. And it's a control thing too. So Steve I'm being drawn to the crystal I was drawn to before, y'all. Steve could have been propositioned to do things as well. I just feel like this is Katt's vendetta of like, I'm telling my truth now. Yeah, what he said, all lies will be exposed. I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like he wants to be like, y'all didn't listen to me when I was trying to tell y'all in the first place, and now that everything's coming out, I'm going to tell my side of the story. But when it comes to Steve Harvey, I feel like, again, money things. This has got to do with money. Always money. What would you be willing to do for a lot of money? Because I wouldn't be willing to do any of this. I'm just saying. I also, did Steve, because I'm hearing blacklist, so like, did Steve potentially screw Katt out of opportunity? I feel like there's been a lot of people that have screwed Katt out of opportunities, which is why part of the vendetta has to do with that. Like an offer, but then it got retracted that could have made for money, but it didn't. I think he was telling the truth on that as well. He said something about Steve screwing him out of an opportunity. I would agree. Allegedly. Yeah, a wish fulfillment, new passion project. But it comes with it comes with strings. Everything. Oh my God, he's allegedly telling the truth. Everything comes with strings. I think he's making you look at these people so that you question how they got the fame they did, that you question their net worth, because I'm being drawn to like how I Google people's net worth and then I'm like, that's a significant amount of money. How'd you get there? I think that's what his intention was. It's like, I'm going to blow the lid off of what I've seen, but then I'm going to make y'all question it and do your own research. Because, like, I wouldn't have done this had he not have done the interview. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where he's coming from. He wants you guys to see that not all of your favorites are actually solid, good people. That being said, I don't necessarily... Is Steve a bad person, Spirit? He might have been in the past. With Six of Swords, he might have been in the past. He might be changed with time. I don't know. I'm just being drawn to how, like, he was a comic and then now he does Family Feud and stuff like that. So I feel like I just keep hearing, like, doing things that we're not proud of. Yeah. Partying and stuff like that and swapping. Yeah. I'm just going to, yeah. Greedy. Legacy. I feel like he was just another one of many that was willing to do things Katt would absolutely not do. Look, why does Page of Swords keep coming back? You can make your dreams come true if you work with us. Because Page of Swords, again, when I saw this with Kevin Hart, it was like, new comedian, you got to make something of your own, got to make a legacy. It's going to be a lot of work, right? But if you work with us, we can quickly turn you into a king. You go from a page to a king. But Four of Wands in the reverse, home life's not going to be great. You're going to have to do things that you're not proud of. Intuition. I feel like with Steve anyway, he knew it wasn't right, so maybe he didn't go as far as some people did. I feel like his morals, they bent, they didn't break, if you know what I'm saying. They bent, they didn't break. There are levels to this group because what I'm seeing is like a pyramid and it's given like Ponzi scheme type of energy. I don't feel like he was willing to go as far as other people were, but I definitely feel like he's afraid of the powers that be. Their powers that be. But he did want the fame, so it's like, what will you do for fame? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. I feel like I'm reading Kevin over again, but in the guise of Steve. So I think I'm going to finish this with an oracle deck. Not the conspiracy one. I'm not really feeling that. I'm feeling my yin yang oracle. So we'll try that and then we will call this. And then because he covered so much, if you guys want a part 2, let me know, but tell me what you want me to focus on because I don't know what to focus on. He covered so much. That interview was like 3 hours. I hope I remember to tag it, but if for some reason I don't, Shay Shay is the YouTube, but just look up Katt Williams Shay Shay interview. You'll find it. All right. So yin yang oracle. One more time, any additional information? I just feel called to do this one. You know what I'm hearing? I don't know what the song is. It was popular like over 5 years ago, but it says something like, it's the sign of the times. That's what I'm hearing in my mind. So again, I just feel like this is the big awakening that I've been talking about for 4 years now. I feel like Katt's part of it. Growth, okay. Yeah, I feel like he's ready to tell his story. He's thought a lot about it. He feels like now is the opportunity where he can. And not only that, it's also going to expand his business. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm hearing making lemonade out of lemons. So it's like, I'm going to use my suffering to revamp my image as well. So that being said, I did see that he's doing a tour. I feel like part of it was to like make his name relevant again. I'm not going to lie. I am seeing it. But that being said, in my personal opinion, I don't feel like he was lying. I feel like he's just sick and tired of things that he had to miss out on because he didn't want to do things that went against his ethics. Integration. Yeah, he's had to let down things or say no to things that he was passionate about because there was always strings. There was always a catch. And he wasn't willing to, integration's giving me Two of Cups vibes. It's like, I'm not willing to disconnect from my, I'm just repeating myself at this point. So I feel like he kind of went within and he was like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to follow under, I keep hearing cabal, y'all. I can't not hear it. I just keep hearing it. I'm not going to fall under your little schemes. I'm just going to keep doing what I do, follow my own way. I feel like he said like he does not work for the same like industries or doesn't have the same management as a lot of these people or something like that. I feel like whoever he works with is not part of the club, if you know what I mean. So now that the club is falling apart, it's like, I'm going to remake my name relevant. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to tell my story because I just want these guys gone. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, I'm going to put the nail in the coffin on Diddy. That's why I brought him up. I'm going to put the nail in the coffin on how this system works. I'm going to put the nail in the coffin on how if you care about God and your well-being and sanctity of self is what I'm hearing, that you don't get far in this industry unless you can make a name for yourself without them, which I feel like he's done, but he could have gotten a lot further had he have said yes to some things that definitely came with strings. He was definitely afraid to tell his story, though. But again, control in the verse, it's like, I'm not willing to let this cycle keep going. I almost feel like he has a lot of kids, right? I almost feel like he's in this headspace, too, where it's like, I'm not going to be around forever. And so I might as well also tell my story because I want the comedians that come after me to have a voice, to have a choice, to be able to grow without needing to disrespect themselves. Honestly, Katt's a very stand-up dude, which is shocking because I'm going to be real. I don't like his stand-up. I've never really found him funny, but maybe I need to give it another chance. I'm not the same person I used to be. So that being said, it's just like with cycles in the reverse, it's like things aren't changing. People aren't noticing the control. I'm sick of this. This needs to come out. I had to miss out on so many opportunities because of it. Where is comedy headed? Where is the industry headed? And how can I make this stop? How can I contribute? Because one day I'm going to retire. One day I'm not going to be a part of this. And I want to at least say that I tried for those that come after me to have a voice, to have a choice, to not have to disrespect themselves. Honestly, this guy could be president. Like, Jesus. Like, tapping into his energy, it's like, what about the future? What about the people? What about the right to grow authentically and not with corruption? Yeah, it's like he made a choice and he's happy with it. Facade in the reverse. Literally facade in the reverse. That's fake in the reverse because his beliefs are more important to him. His beliefs are more important to him. Yeah, he does not want this to keep happening in the industry. He doesn't want people that don't deserve. I feel like this is why he went in on Kevin Hart. It's like, he feels like Kevin Hart's not talented, I'm going to be honest with you, which is weird because I do think that Kevin's funny, but maybe it's not his jokes. I don't know. Kind of gives that vibe when he's like, you're not even funny. So maybe, I'm hearing ghostwriter, so maybe some of his jokes aren't even his. Do we know anything about that? Let me know in terms of Kevin Hart. But it just feels like he doesn't want this to continue. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll pull a couple more cards, but I feel like I'm repeating myself. Healing in the reverse. He's following where he's supposed to be going. I feel like, I don't know if he's a star seed or like an accidental good type of plant in the industry, but he's meant to shake shit up. Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. What's the back? He wants to help. That's what remember how I was saying, like, the future of comedy, the future of the industry. He wants to help. I also feel like he's very intuitive. Does he say, like, he meditates or he talks to spirit or something? If he isn't, he might be psychic and not even realize it. I wonder what his moon sign is. Oh, Virgo. He's a Virgo sun. Virgos are actually very intuitive, and they're, if you're a Virgo and you don't realize it, you're actually probably pretty psychic. So take advantage. But, yeah, it's like this does not work anymore. It's got to go. So I'm going to plant the seeds. So this is summing up exactly what I said. That's beautiful. I'm going to plant the seeds into your mind to make you start looking at these people in a different way. Stop with the rose-colored glasses. Look at them. Some of these things are making sense. Like, I'm being drawn to how he said something, but I didn't really get it, about how Kevin Hart's story doesn't add up, where, like, he said something about, like, he's the East Coast, but his story's about the West Coast. Something about that. It's like he wants you to look, really look at how people got their stardom, how much money they're making. How did they go from a comedian to a movie star overnight? You know what I mean? Yeah, I can make you a celebrity overnight. Oh, my God, I love that song. I don't even know what that's called. I just heard that. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Yeah, I feel like people have really done some really gross stuff. He wants expression back. He wants authentic people back. Not this fake masked stuff where you're not being real with yourself. He wants true comedians to be able to share their talents. Yeah, that's what he wants. I'm hearing My Wish by Rascal Flatts. It's like, just like he cares about those kids, he cares about the future of everybody that's going to be in this. Yeah, he doesn't want people to go through what he went through. That's what this is really about. He does not want people to go through what he went through. He knows that people are onto him, though. He's been knowing that. He's been, like, I almost see, like, deadbolts on his door and stuff. I feel like allegedly, in my opinion, he's been threatened by people because he didn't do what they wanted him to do. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, If You Are What You Say You Are a Superstar, Then Have No Fear. That's what his headspace is like. He's like, I know I've got what it takes. I don't have to sell my body, sell my soul for fame like the rest of them. And I don't want this to continue for the future of humanity. Literally fate. It's what's happening right now, y'all, where we're all looking at things differently. I feel like he's part of the plan to help us level up. I don't know where that plays into. I don't know if he just felt called to with a Virgo placement. Not shocking. I wonder what his moon sign is. But he's just ready to take down the bad guys. That's what this is all about. Yeah, he's like, it's time for me to win. It's time for me to win. That's what this is about. So I'm going to leave it at that. Again, if you guys want a part 2, because it's really hard to figure out what to focus on when he had a 3-hour interview, maybe watch the interview and then get back to me and be like, yeah, I want a part 2, cover this specific topic. If you guys just say part 2, I'm not even going to know where to start, because I didn't know where to start with this one, and it's already an hour long. So if you guys want a part 2, let me know, but tell me specifically what you want it on. Otherwise, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know I repeated myself a little bit, but I see a reoccurring theme here. And I've seen this in all of my pop culture and celebrity conspiracy readings. There is definitely some powers at play here that, I mean, P Diddy's already being called out, so do I need to repeat it? It's already being shown. But I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave it a like. It really does help my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. Don't forget to always look at the community post so that you could vote on future readings. And if you enjoy these readings, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, links are down below. Share this video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.
The Comic DF.